So we want to recreate this. If you guys already know how to do it, you can get started, but I'm going to show you how. So the first thing we want to look at that's easiest to start with is your restricted domains. So the restricted domain, if you remember, was that thing that had the numbers less than x, which is less than the bigger number. Do you remember that? Okay, so let's start with the straw for this snow cone. I can see that it goes from 1 to 3. So on my restricted domain, you're going to do this squiggly parenthesis, and then start with the smaller number. 1 is less than x, which is less than 3. So now we have a line from 1 to 3. Good? And we're going to put the line, we need to give it an equation, okay? Because I never have a straw that's sticking straight like this, right? We want it to be slanted. And you can have the straw as steep or as, I don't like this, it's not like, okay, that helped. So you want to put it in y equals mx plus b form, okay? Your m on your paper, you'll see your m represents your slope, right? And your b is your intercept. So let's try, we'll do f of x. Sorry, this is on the iPad, it's a lot different than on the computer. Is equal to, I don't know, I'm going to do 2x. My slope will be 2. See how it changed my slope? And then I want it to start like right here, maybe. I actually don't like that slope, so I can change my slope. If I don't like it, I could go back and I can change it. So you want to get out your computer and go to Desmos.com. I'm going to just make my slope 1. That's better. That'll reach my mouth better. 1x plus 2. On here it looks like it's more like at 1.5 right there. So I'm going to change my y-intercept, the b, to 1. See what that looks like. We'll go with that. Okay, are we good so far? Does anyone have questions? Yeah.
How did you put down that f? A regular f and nothing changes?
Do the f parentheses x n parentheses equals, and it should, it's just representing your y. It really shouldn't affect the graph. Oh, that's okay though. Oh, it's not? Oh, do a lowercase f?
There you go. And then this is an L, that should be a 1.
Oh.
There you go. Someone else is not working? I heard someone.
Okay. So to add a line, we just click enter. Now we're going to do our snow part of the snow cone. So I can see it goes from -2 to +2. So you do your restricted domain, squiggly line, -2 is less than x, which is less than +2. Oh. And we're going to figure out how to end that. I think, yes. Okay. So now I have a line from there, but I need to make a parabola. So the form of a parabola You can see on your paper is written like this. F of x equals ax minus h squared plus k. So on here, I'm going to do f of x is equal to, I'm just going to put a number for right now to see what it looks like. But could someone tell me, is my top going to go like this or like this? Down, right? Good. So on my paper, what does it need to be for it to be a down? What does the A need to be? Look at your paper. Look at that little upside down U. What does it tell you? Vez, what does it tell you on this paper? How do I get an upside down U?
It needs to be a negative.
So this A, which is looking on here, so the number in front of the parentheses needs to be a negative number. So instead of a 1, I'm going to put a negative 1. And then x minus, I'm going to just put in a number for right now and just work it, squared. Okay, there's my u, but somehow I need to bring it up here, right? So to move up and down, that's where your k is. So this right here has x minus 1, and then on the outside, I'm going to add a k. So add, I kind of want to start it at the 3, right? Okay, so I got it up to the 3. Now I need to move it back over to the middle, right? So that this is more of like a curved line. How do you think I'm going to have it in the middle if it says right here to change the direction of your parabola? Oh, we're missing where, okay. So to move that's missing on there. No, it's right here. Okay. Continue. To move your parabola left or right, we need to change the value of h, which is the number by the x minus sign. So how would I get that middle of the parabola towards the middle, do you think? If right now I'm at -1 and it moved it to the right, the opposite direction is going to move it to the left. So what should I add? Or subtract, or not have there? What do you think, Taylor?
I'm lost already, so.
Okay, so answer this question. The h is the number inside of the parentheses. It tells me to go left and right, but it's going to be in the opposite direction. So even though it's negative, negative is going to make me go right, positive is going to make me go left. So right here I have a -1 and it moved me this way, but I want to move this way. I want to move this way 1, so what should I do here to make it move left 1?
Just get rid of the 1.
Get rid of the 1.
Is Axel here?
No, he's not here. Okay. Oh, that's perfect. I love it. But I want my snow cone to stop up here. So that means I'm going to need to make this wider. Yeah.
To make it wider, you go number below 1, correct?
Yes, you change your A to a number below 1. So I'm going to change this to 1 fraction. Did you see it? Oh, half. Perfect. So to make your parabola wider, you change it to a number below 1, but above 0. So positive number below 1. To make it skinnier, you change the number higher than 1. Okay? So I think that's beautiful. The top of my snow cone. So we need to add another line. It's going to be this line right here. So I'm going to keep the same restricted domain. -2 is less than x, which is less than +2. And who can tell me what the equation for a vertical line is? Melinda, what's the equation for a horizontal line? What does that look like? Does anyone remember? For a Smartie, you can look at your notes. Toby, do you know what the equation for a horizontal line is? So if it's x, that would be a vertical line? Yes. It's f of x or y. We're going to do f of x though. F of, oh my gosh, this is hard. X equals, I want it on this line, so I'm going to say 1. So that's the equation for a horizontal line. Any questions so far? Okay, so the last step is this v right here. So a v is an absolute value. On mine, I have this. Well, actually, we're going to do our restricted domain first, which is still -2 to +2. Is there a way to select on an iPad?
Usually they hold it down, it might just be the program.
Yeah, dang it. You should be able to copy and paste on your computers your restricted domain if it's the same. So you don't have to keep typing it over and over. So an absolute value looks like f of x equals, and it has the same form as the parabola, but with absolute values instead of parentheses. So on my iPad, I have this absolute value symbol that I can plug in. Does anyone see that on their computers?
There's a little keyboard thing you can pull up that has a bunch of things.
Okay, and then does it have the absolute value symbol? Perfect. When I was looking at it before, I had to write abs with the parentheses. So much easier to just have the absolute value symbol. So I have a number on the outside of my parentheses. I'm going to just put a 2, not parentheses, absolute value symbol, and then x minus 1 plus, so I'm just putting numbers. So you can see, you can just like move your graph around by what you put in the H and the K and the 2 and the A, right? Like on here. The A makes it wider and skinnier and upside down or right side up. The H makes it go left and right. It'll just go opposite, left and right. And the K will go up and down. So we're gonna mess with this to get this absolute value where I want it. I want it to go left again. So how did we make it go left? When we did the parabola, how did we make it go left? Peyton, do you remember how we made it go left?
Didn't you like subtract it?
Yeah, we
Cover it?
took away this -1 because that was making us move over 1. We want to go left, so we got rid of it. Yay. Now I want to make it go down. Yeah.
You change the sign on the +2 to be a -2.
-2, awesome. Now I could either make it go down more to reach those edges right here, or I could make it fatter. What would you rather do? Javon, should we make it fatter or move it down? Move it down? So we'll change that 2 to a what? 3. Yay! It's a beautiful snow cone. Good, and then on your paper, there's an extra credit part that you could change the color of your functions, and it shows how you can do that, but that is optional. But you'll see that on our rubric, you get points for your design, okay? You get 20 points if your design is original and creative, and then you can get up to 10 extra credit points for if it's exceptional or if it has a circle. So you guys learned how to do circles in the beginning of this year, right? If you can remember how to put a circle on there, what the equation is for a circle, you'll get 10 extra credit points for that. And then 20 if it's neat. We'll be able to tell if you're copying. So everyone needs to have their own designs, okay? So the next step that we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this in right now on Canvas. So you're gonna go up to the top button, and it has like that square, it's the share button, square with the arrow. You're gonna go to print. Select your printer. Hold on. There should be a part where you select save as PDF. When you go to print, save as PDF. Does anyone not see the save as PDF option? Okay. Once you save it as a PDF, you're going to go to Canvas. Modules, and then you'll see in the Unit 4, there's a Unit 4 project. And then click on the Unit 4 snow cone upload. And that's where you're going to upload that PDF. So everyone should do that right now, and you'll get graded on this, okay? Do you have a question, Peyton?
Yeah.
What's your question?
Find the trash button.
The save as PDF button.